there was some energy coming from him that was very unfriendly to the fact that I was even a part of that store. Alex, the one with the eyes, the close-up, some of the others. I think that the eye is the window to the soul, and it's not like I'm saying, you know, he's this or he's that, but you can see goodness and you can see anger, you can see emotion, you can see what's going on there when you take the time to study the eyes. And that was not one of the best pictures, but you have a whole plethora in the area under Facebook wall. Scroll down to the bottom, and you got about 15 images to pick from. So that technique we mentioned earlier with the save as and the folder and the refresh. I'm teaching Alex, who's going to be on a little bit later, how to use the graphic machine. The cool thing about this equipment is you can be running. We have access to so much great technology here that ought to be utilized. And this is where I need to be focusing a lot of my energy and providing information. You know, you've got devices back there where you could be talking about something and an idea or something can be pulled down from the internet, a picture, and be showed in real time. It's like you can do so much with the tool if you know how to use the tool correctly. Kind of like how the human body is a tool and the mind is a tool. We have to know how to use these tools that are around us and become aware of our environment, become aware of energy, become aware of others' intentions, become aware of our own intuition, which is our guiding force, which is our guiding light, which is the very thing that directed me to access, directed me to start looking at certain stories. And now, man, all this stuff, it's very clear now what they set this country up for with the manufactured rise of China and all this stuff going down from 9/11 to this point in time. Things are looking very, very interesting. Now, even though we're not spending lots of time talking about it right now, again, it's in the air, it's in the wind. Snow last week, earlier this week, this is not normal. The earthquake in New Zealand, Christchurch, what a name. Did we talk about the Jerusalem UFO? Bizarre stuff going down on Earth, folks. Yeah, it's crazy. It's whacked. It's interesting. It's like you got a combination of powerful forces out there projecting holograms, trying to get people to think, oh, here's the end times, look. And then you've got stuff that does look very biblical. And there's a reason why a lot of Christians watch this show. There's also a reason why a lot of non-Christians watch this show. It's information that is relevant to all of us. So things are shifting. The whole idea behind the Portland Preparedness Center was to get us prepared for those changes and to build close relationships. And we come full circle with this conversation, and I'll try to cover some other ground. Talking to one another, becoming close with one another, having meetups, doing something like that, that's how a business will actually flourish. Having things that are affordably priced, being able to listen to others' ideas, not just be a slave. So this is why I'm no longer with the Portland Preparedness Center, and this is why it's a very interesting lesson and a very interesting time to see all this culminate as we see these major earth changes. You know, like solar flares and the ice and the snow. What am I looking at, guys? A reptilian looking at a TV? Kind of confused here. But I think that's where a lot of people are at that are watching TV. Boy, that picture really creeps me out. Hey, have you guys seen Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas with Johnny Depp? You know, and he walks into a bar and he's tripping on acid, and he is just starting to see all these crazy reptilian stuff. All these reptilians humping each other crazy in the bar. It's kind of like he tapped into another dimension. And, you know, Portland seems to be a strange place during certain points in time. The energy, the attitudes. And I don't plan on leaving Portland. I plan on trying to maybe see more things outside of Portland. That would be nice. But Portland has a very strong energy. The people and where their consciousness is, it definitely has some very strong energy, and that comes with having to deal with a lot of stuff. So when we go through these changes with the weather and the solar flares, again, we discuss how people go through changes in their moods. Some people have blow-ups in their temper because they're predisposed to blow up or be abusers when they're stressed. Back to Michael Knight. Anyone whose wife looks scared to speak out or talk you know, when they're together and there's that type of control, it's not good energy. And I picked up on that. And see, there's just certain energies I don't want to work with. Eventually, I'm going to write about this stuff on a blog because there's so much that happened. But Alex, I don't know if you're able to find those pictures on Facebook under the wall section at the bottom, but there's a reason why we're doing that.
Facebook got logged out.
Okay.
Your password.
Okay. Well, we probably won't do that. He called the police on me several days ago because of the Bob Felix event, because of my involvement with trying to bring Bob Felix, and the fact that I interviewed Bob Felix last week was very upsetting to them, that I dared go outside of their control of me and dare invite him to come on my show. And so I put on Facebook, which he's been spying and monitoring on because it was on the computer. I had mentioned something about going down to the PPC because I was going to talk to Richard about this. And Richard has not contacted me at all. Wow, man, you're going crazy with the images there tonight. Okay, let's see. So back to what I was saying before I was distracted. Let's see. Let's keep the pictures to the content. Was that in Arabic writing there? Calling the police because he was concerned that I was going to go down and cause a disturbance because of my reputation as a protester with a megaphone. It freaked him out because he knows he wronged me, so now he's scared. So he made a report with the police. So this is why I'm telling you this. I hope he doesn't go further with this and try to set me up. What kind of person does this to someone? He called the police on me. That's why we're talking about him tonight. Because that's not safe for me if he's making up lies and telling people that I'm a schizophrenic, hallucinating demons and things of that nature. Making up blatant lies about me. He also has been spreading a lie that I assaulted a customer for no reason. And I didn't really tell the full story several weeks ago. A drunk kid came in to argue with me about 9/11. Okay, came at me with 2 punches. I blocked both of those punches and gently, with control, took him to the ground without crushing his skull. And let him back up. And he did it again. And I blocked the same way and took him back down. No effort at all. It was just one of the very few times in my life there was no adrenaline flowing through me. As it happened, I was calm. But when I had him down the second time, I did have to do this 5 times because he wasn't getting the message. And I was not going to close-handed because I don't even have to do that. So Michael got scared because he saw that side of me that doesn't come out very often, not in years. And so now he's worried about retaliation. So that's why I'm making peace spiritually with this and telling the story about all of this. And that sometimes, even though the money's there, you step away and you declare your freedom and you declare your sovereignty. And you refuse to fight those dark forces that want to distract you from the work that you're supposed to be doing. And I will not be distracted from this work and these things that need to be discussed, and meetups, and planting seeds, encouraging you people to run for city council. Start your own meetup this week in Portland, Oregon. Do something, stand in front of that tank. Be the change you want to see in the world. Stop waiting to be saved by anything or anyone. Stop asking for a handout. You move forward now, and we'll talk about free energy next week. We're going to return back to that with John Searle, who's well known in that field. So many ideas to introduce. What if the police, what if it all melted down? Civil defense plan for Portland. People watching over their brothers and sisters. It's not really that complicated to do. I can see that it's all possible if we organize work together right now. We can change it all overnight. All this propaganda you're seeing on the screen here, oh man, it's coming in thick. I'm not going to take the time and stop to fight them. I need to talk to you, and I need to unlock people's minds and sit there and try to break down every report, everything they throw at us, at the cameras and all this stuff. It's not what I focus on primarily. It's unlock yourself from the cage. It's those seeds of consciousness. Anything is possible. The things that I've asked for, you know what? Be careful what you focus on. All types of stuff will come back. All types of stuff will come back when you throw out energy. All types of stuff. And so those that are working in the dark arts, those that are observing things, they're involved in, say, black magic and casting spells. I warn thee, all that's thrown out comes right back to you. And I'll tell you what, you think we're slaves? The global elite looking at us, those that are involved in control, you think that we're the slaves? You're the slaves. That you think you got to feed off of our energy and watch us and try to get inside our heads, mind control, all this stuff, the police state, it's disgusting. You have no power. Your power is falling apart. And you don't want me to tell the people that. They don't want us talking about that, how their power structure is imploding all around them. They're losing what they have, their control. They're losing control of consciousness because there's a force coming upon the earth that's greater than them, and they are scared. So they're feeding on our energy and trying to get us to war with each other on every way conceivable, and it involves non-human energies. But there are forces of light you can call out to for help. And this is the ultimate reality. We ain't alone here, brothers and sisters. Wake up. And Portland's a portal. Enjoy the vortex. What you focus on increases. Remember that. The energy is changing. Where do you want your energy to be as we go through this energetic shift? Do you want your DNA to be upgraded? Do you even believe that your consciousness will expand? And that you will know all things in this lifetime? Do you believe? I will fight with them no more. I wish Michael Knight peace. I ask he go back where he came from. For there are far too many demons in this town. But we will let the Almighty deal with him, because I am already dealing with the Almighty and letting him work through me. And I'm not afraid of the light. And I can sure see right now a whole lot of people that are afraid of the light and afraid of my power and afraid of the stuff that I talk about, that want me to stay in the box, that want me to just talk about terrifying news, that don't even like it when I talk about how we're powerful and already breaking through the cracks in this prison wall. See, that's the stuff they don't want put out there. Oh, it's one thing to talk about how they got you in a cave. Oh, they got you in a female. Oh, they're killing you. Mind control. Energy. Master your thoughts. I'm going to master mine in the meantime. I'm going to break my shackles from the PPC. I'm going to start over, and I'm going to let us all learn a lesson from this. And they, of course, are upset that I left them. But, oh, and they think that I'm hallucinating things and that I'm dangerous. Yes, Michael is a very interesting craftsman with the words. I'm from New Zealand, Michael Knight. I broadcasted for years. I'm a wealthy businessman. I have lots of experience. Man, the stories he told me, I will not repeat on the air about his previous business endeavors. They'll have a lesson to learn from this and how all this worked out. Let them find this show. Let them think about this. But I will fight with them no more. And this is over. And then I'm going back to what I do best, focusing on these things and expanding my work. That's why I need help doing a couple things. When we get to that point where we're really moving and organizing things, there's lots of spaces. We could still do a survival conference this summer with a number of people. I've met some people in the last couple months. A lot of contacts from the PPC that I made. I lost a lot of them because I didn't get numbers, and I'm bad with that sometimes. But people that did meet me there can email me at alex_answer@hotmail.com if they find the show. All right, we've got lots of phone calls. I've gone on for a long time. We've been on the air about a half hour. Let's go ahead and take the first phone call and kind of go from there. That sounds good. Let's take that phone call.
They're going to call back. The connection wasn't good.
All right. I know there's stuff going on in Libya. Gaddafi, gassing the protesters. Intense stuff. Intense stuff. So how do you react to that? Oh, they just killed these people, man. You move